Yeah,
level
then you're
1.
just done. If you don't immediately kill the offlaner with that, your game's ruined. Because you're level 1 CM for like a minute and a half and you don't get your aura.
And Lifestealer did have receive a nerf, I think, to the mana cost.
To
for
open wounds.
Open wounds, right. So, I mean, not a hero that you traditionally think of as being afflicted by mana problems, but like early on in lane, if you do use like a set of spells, it feels like you don't have mana afterwards, or you have only enough left for one. And so then you don't have as much kill threat. So I think the CM, I guess, helps a little bit with that too.
Yeah, just very curious to see how CM does. You know, I'm quite a fan of the hero back then when she was picked a lot. I feel this hero has a lot of potential in the game, and right now they gave her this kind of buff. I'm just excited to see how she fares right now. They banned out the Lash, which is the spammer hero that you wanna have with CM. Obviously, there's still Lina. But I think when I was talking to Carl, he doesn't feel like Lina is like that strong even after the buff though. I don't know what you guys think, because I'm not a mid player. I feel like the buffs to Lina have been pretty nice. You know? The intelligence buff, the talent buffs.
Well, I played her like 2 weeks ago, like out of like a whim, because I was struggling with like Shadow Fiend matchups, and I figured like Lina would be fine, and she was great. Won like 4 games in a row, but then I lost 1 game and I realized what the problem with her is still. It's like before in the past, remember when Lina was absurd, you would just get Yules and blow somebody up every time. But she doesn't have that insane amount of just like one-shot potential, and you die so fast on that hero. Like no matter how much net worth you have, it's so easy for you to die. She's such a glass cannon. But before, the cannon part was enough to like offset that risk anyways. Like people didn't really care because it was a very high chance that you just throw down like 1,400 damage on one hero instantly. But nowadays it doesn't feel as good.
Do you think there's another way to play the hero though?
I don't know, because everyone's doing like that Shadowblade stuff, right?
Yeah, Bloodstone, Shadowblade.
BKB, stuff like that.
Or you had the respawn talent, you can come in and just fearlessly drop all your spells and then come right back into the fight.
respawn talent was insane. That was incredible. It felt like no matter how many times you killed her, it's like, all right, well, I'm back.
That was the time of the last DAC, IG, and
oh yeah, that actually was
running that. The Royal Guard, they called him. He would just die to heal burning up.
Okay, right. I guess we're finished with the draft, and even though we haven't got 5th pick. Oh, there we go. I was gonna be mean then and do predictions and be like, right, predict after 4 each. That'll make it harder, won't it?
Do you think it's a good Storm game?
It's okay. It's kind of annoying against Dark Willow, but he doesn't really care that much
about the other 3.
The other 3, it's like you're fine in a gyro, because you can always roll into the missile, and you never get hit by it. Rubik is annoying-ish because the lift is instant, and you do... What is it? The aura is more annoying.
The aura is also annoying.
Yeah.
Because you can't kill.
I always think I'm going to burst this like 1,000 HP Rubik, and I never do. It like throws off things a little bit. But they are... Oh, good discussion. Let's turn into that.
The Visage.
Helm of Dominator hero. That's a... And the hero is like pretty good with that build, and with the recent changes to Grave Shield, that your familiars have the speed as well. The hero is in a pretty good state. As long as you don't get like some really bad matchup in the lane against a Brute.
Okay, Jack. Prediction time.
A real difficult prediction here, but it's unless something absolutely insane happens, I'm going to have to go with Virtus Pro.
Okay. Winter. Bear in mind you're currently at 1 and 373 or something.
Come on, that's not true.
Is it not? Am I just exaggerating that?
That is not true.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to improve my odds.
All right.
So I'm going with VP.
Right. This is based on your theory that you just go for the better team regardless of the draft.
Because if I look at the draft, right. I feel like I kind of like you.
Quite like. Okay. So 2 for Virtus Pro. Will clean sweep.
I actually do kind of like Virtus Pro's draft or effects draft. Yeah. And Virtus Pro, they keep doing this thing where I feel like they're getting more and more bold. Like CM and Lina are not winning heroes. So you know what?
You're going to lose at some point, right?
Effect, you're finally going to break the spree against the best team here. It looks ridiculous when I see it on the screen, whatever.
Alright, Sergeant Blitz has gone for effect, and that is what his decision is. I think he's playing a bit of fun, but who knows, you know? They did have, after all, 0.5% chance of winning this game, according to Winter anyway. Let's see whether that can be overturned and whether they can pull off what would be an incredible win against the best team in this group. Let's head back to our commentary team who've swapped things up in there. Toby1, it's all yours.
Thank you, Red. Yes, I'm interested to see if Effect can win. If Blitz believes in them, anything is possible.
Not what I've seen, but perhaps.
Okay.
I think it's the opposite, actually.
But belief is a virtue that the fans of Effect don't appear to be able to have. So, yay.
I actually really like Effect's draft. I think the Visage has an awesome game here. Interesting. It'll be interesting. Just see what happens. I like the ward. Resolution just plays. Yeah, a second.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's just a.
I had a bit of an echo. It's fixed now.
Okay, I was wondering why I was hearing myself back again. That was that was fun.
Yeah, we're good now. So
yeah, so talk about the ward.
Well, it just prevents the Doom from playing in this lane and just eating this creep. It makes him go all the way back to his own woods in order to play bottom, and that's just really annoying for him. You see Roger, Boots and Pooled Tango is just going to grab this creep wave. It's something he does consistently when he plays Sand King, and it just guarantees that this Doom will get like at least a game, and it's something that's really important in Dota now. You need every core to be at least involved in the action.
I always, though, wonder like if Roger's pushing the issue too far. Both King R and Roger doing mirror stuff at the moment, but Roger has Madden along with him. So if they can get a pickup with telekinesis again, even though the cooldown's a long time, Roger, he's actually going to TP out inside the Radiant base is where he will leave. But it's King R who has the double creep wave up on top lane as the Dark Pillar.
Yeah, and Solo smoked and looked to hunt the courier mid, wasn't able to get it. I don't mind that decision considering he can't do anything to stop the pull, much like the Rubik had no success. And he doesn't do anything till he does this, where he pulls, he's going to farm the hard
Is
creep.
Resolution dead? Down the trees, Park's trying to reach him with Infernal Blade. Yeah, Resolution's pinging. He wants some help, but he's got no help.
How did that happen?
Well, okay, so the double pull that was happening, Pasha just dove under the tower with Infernal Blade. Resolution never did any real damage. He never even leveled an ability. He's at level 2 right now with no Rocket Barrage, no Homing Missile, none of these things.
I assume he just dove with the creep wave. Why not just flak the wave?
That's a very good question, but as I said, Gyrocopter hasn't leveled up anything. Even now, he stands there, and it's not just a bug on my screen. It's Resolution, just not leveling anything yet. Okay, now he's going to go Homing Missile against Pasha, but they get to pick up. They got a huge creep wave on the bottom lane, so all the extra damage they require is going to be there. This almost feels like the old, like, block as many creep waves as possible, then push down towers with.
What does Dota become? There's just 3 creep waves in the tower.
Don't worry, it's just the way Dota gets played, right? Like we'll change the meta in about 2 weeks' time.
There's 4 creep waves on the tower.
Who thought the last time that we would be here, like we're in the stadium already, the players still playing back at the hotel, but the last time we were here, we saw Monkey King dominate the meta completely, and Invictus Gaming with the greatest team ever with Bobica, but now those things have changed as well. Everything that comes in Dota will still change again. Except for Virtus Pro just hunting more people. Roger has an Invis rune, waiting for Resolution, but they don't want to push Pasha out too early or else this gets a little bit too obvious.
Doom's almost going to be level 4 after this creep wave. Yeah. He was 1 when it got to his tower.
Oh, Curse Crown holding back frames for half a second, but finally they've gone onto Resolution. That's a level 2 Infernal Blade. So Resolution copped so much damage, and he was controlled by both the Caustic and the Burrow Strike. They won't have actually they have Burrow Strike off cooldown now if they can close the distance. Nope. Madden just far enough away.
And what makes VP so great is how they adapt. They're always thinking on their feet. So once Pasha recognizes this hard camp is blocked, he just skips his Q entirely.
Afterlife is dead. There's almost nothing that can save him apart from the timing of the Cursed Crown. I say almost nothing. Okay, it's Shadow Realm to TP away to safety.
So good. I'm always impressed when people make decisions like that based on the specific game that they're playing, and that's what actually allows them to get that kill on Gyro.
Well, they're playing around now with SK. Roger being pulled in. He already used his Burrow Strike to be aggressive. The homing missile connects. Resolution, Rocket Barrage in half a second time. So Roger, Burrow Strikes up the hill and away from Resolution. One more hit will kill him. And the Orbit Venom Fairy Fire from Pasha just rotates over.
Yep.
And Roger, even Munch on the Tango, get further away. And Madden, he wants to keep chasing this. He's going to go into the trees. Roger, Courier comes in. Okay, well, the Courier will be fine. Roger gets more consumables, and he has a regeneration rune for him. So he Burrow Strikes, turns around for the kill to work with Pasha. Can Madden? Yeah, Madden will be able to get the revenge. So, could have played it safe and survived, but this is Virtus Pro. They don't play anything safe. Solo's in trouble up on top. There should be enough damage from King R. Ramsey's moving in. Solo's already used the Frostbite, and Roger, he only just died, but he's up on the top lane. TP'd in, gets the double stun, and now it's Afterlife running from Solo and Ramsey's, while King R has Roger on his tail. Roger has Burrow Strike available, try and time it at the same time as the Cursed Crown, so they'll keep up with each other, especially with the Caustic finale slow. King will die inside the Dire jungle. If Solo can just close the distance, he's got Burrow Strike. That'll work. No one dies in the mid lane to Afro Ninja.
It was a good rotate over from the Rubik. Although, look at no one's CS mid. He has nearly every creep. He is absolutely crushing this Visage. And that's also, like, Roger died, right? But the respawn timers are so low, he's immediately ready to TP top. And that only happens because he died. You could argue it was good that that happened.
Okay, the pings came out just before this began. Roger doesn't have enough damage to kill him off. It's the 2 points up in the Gravekeeper's cloak, plus the one charge is available. But, okay, this feels very odd. So they pinged out when the Observer Ward was planted just at the northern side of the mid. It's now actually being de-warded by King R. But they didn't really react to it at all. And then they lose the Gyrocopter on bottom lane.
Yep. Doom is just so strong now. He already has phase boots, and he ate a wolf creep, so he's hitting for almost 150 already. Going for a Soul Ring as well, which is strange since he has the CM aura, but I imagine he's going to get some creep he'll use to cast spells with, and then it'll pay for itself.
Oh, Infestation. Roger and Solo, well, they just close the distance in the mid onto Afro Ninja, and with no one already in position, they put down the Bramble, but VP walking almost circles around it. Solo gets caught by half of it, going for the Cursed Crown target. King R does at least get Roger, but he'll lose his life. Yeah, he does lose his life for this underneath the tier 1.
That game going about as you would expect, I think. VP just dominating in pretty much every lane.
Yeah, it's all out brawls. Yeah. Afterlife's going after Solo. No one has to use the Light Strike array to create space, but it comes a little bit too late. And Crystal Maiden is worth almost 400 gold. You know you've got problems.
And bottom lane Doom with the top net worth in the game at the moment. He's chasing the Rubik down.
Courier. Shields! Shields on Courier! Okay, Courier has shields. Madden dies under the tower. And Pasha just starts his TP away to safety. It was King R coming behind him, trying to stop the gank of Virtus Pro.
He has 6 in a second. He could look to dive this Doom when his fire comes up if he hides. Doom does. They don't know Doom is 6 just yet, so we might wait here. Just kidding, there's ward.
Yeah, now they know. Yep, Madden, pick him up, throw him down, and Pasha, what do you want to do? SK's rotating back over. They put down the Bramble. Doom gets caught by it. He does not have Scorched Earth available. And the movement speed from the phase boots was a little bit too late.
He popped before he died, though. Good discipline, so he loses nothing. Finishes a Bracer. He'll be going drums. Mid lane, no one finishes phase boots. He looks to go Yules, and I like that Ramsey's choosing to go for the Armlet this game over the Radiance Rush, which I am still not really a fan of.
Is all lifestealers actually going Radiance Rush these days?
Most of them, yeah. I've seen the Armlet build like once or twice. It's mostly with Tumberman and Ramsey's.
Afterlife's dead on top. Solo's already there, going to get the Frostbite off, and yep, goodbye to the Brewmaster.
He had split. He just chose to die instead.
Yeah. I don't think he saw the Crystal Maiden coming in from the side. Ramsey's was going to kill him anyway.
Weird. I mean, I feel like teach their own.
Just don't want to burn the ability. It is a long cooldown for him. Level 1 at 140 seconds. So
you can kill the CM with it is the thing, or at the very least, you know, it's just better. It's always better to use the spell than to die there. I feel. He knows there's a ward there now, but look at this perfect setup.
And they see him coming in. Like we'll see if he splits this time around. There's 4 heroes from Virtus Pro. They changed that. He started the split. You can see the arms going up into the air, but no one's Light Strike array cancels it. Affects hoping to get some kind of rebuttal into the mid with the aggressive ward planted between the tier 1, tier 2 tower, but all of Virtus Pro are rotating. Smoke to move even quicker, in through the rear, TP aggressively in from the Limesteel. They already get the slow onto Ampho Ninja, Fire Strike Array as well, the Familiars, making it a little bit more difficult for Virtus Pro to get closer towards effect, but a little bit more difficult is not impossible. The Burrow Strike's right on the target, getting both Familiars, and this is surgical from Virtus Pro.
They're so good. So they weren't smoked when they went to hunt the Brew, and because Brew TPs in and dies, they know there's no vision. They get the kill, immediately smoke mid, lifestealer TPs. It's so fast, and not many teams can play